Hey,
we don't get Christmas off. We don't get New Year's off. Sports happen 24/7. But at least we get fucking pie on National Pie Day. Welcome back to the LooneyBin Podcast. This is episode 23. Yeah, I'm Nate.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Preston. And, tonight marks the inaugural games of March Madness, as we all know. True. And you guys know me, big fan of sports in general, especially March Madness. I'm always on, brackets. Oh, my God, crazy I'm, fan. big on stats. I'm following all the players. And so... Yeah, who's playing tonight?
Yeah,
it's a big
even better. Which
matchup.
Teams are playing?
No. He knows. Yeah, I know Tyler.
Oh, okay.
So it's Texas A&M Corpus Christi versus. It's the one. Wait, what's their mascot again? It's like four-legged. I can't think of the word. I know the team. I just can't think of the name of the mascot.
Four-legged.
Right, Heffalump. Yeah, it's Heffalump. But yeah, so. Do you guys do? I dabble in March. Yeah.
I think I've been forced into it for this year, but
yeah. It's a good time. I was filling out my bracket on the way back from work today, on 35W, and just a very deadly fiery.
Right, you were kind of driving like this while you were filling it out.
Yep. Yeah,
cut that! Cut it!
Yeah.
Cut that!
Gotta get that out of here. I don't want to see that in the YouTube version. Put a black bar.
Jesus. I'm gonna blur it out.
Well, guys, anyways, March Madness is happening. 16 seeds are playing. It's Wednesday night. No, it's not. It's Tuesday. Wait.
Yep, it's Tuesday night.
So the 16th seeds play on Tuesday. Then do the 9th and the 11th seeds play on Wednesday?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Right, this guy knows.
Yeah, we're like 4 minutes in, already at 9 and 11.
and just keep that button ready because we're gonna be getting into some. We kind of figured out just conversating before the podcast started.
Yeah.
We are good friends. We do this podcast for like professionally.
He just needs to remind
but
you,
we are friends.
it's not obvious.
Not when the cameras aren't off.
Obviously, it looks like we hate each other.
The chemistry is just fucking awful.
But we all kind of realized that this past week we've all had fuck ups at work, and so we're gonna talk about how we may or may not be getting fired.
Yep.
So. And the twist is, we're going to guess, and you can guess along in the chat, but we're going to guess for each person what they did to fuck up.
Before they tell their answer.
Yep.
Even though I think we all know everybody's except for Nate's.
Wait, I think I might know Tyler's. I don't remember, though.
I messaged it in the chat.
Well, you gave two possible things.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway.
Okay.
Do you think we need more context to guess, or are we just... I guess we have the context of our job, so that's... Probably
yeah, I'll just say my job. I'll go first, whatever. Start on the left side.
Yep.
Valley Sports, production assistant. It wasn't really a fuck up. I had two things I was going to mention that weren't even the things that I was talking to you guys about.
Okay.
They're more of a moral fuck up. They're more of a... they're not a technical issue. It was something about a personal interaction that I had.
I'm scared.
Guys, maybe we shouldn't.
I was thinking you might have I thought this was about the whole microphone situation, the 2 lines of audio.
Yep.
And
Oh, God.
That
was
did
this
happen.
you fucking up?
We're incriminating ourselves.
Yes, it was.
Oh. All right.
Well, give me a guess.
Tyler, you go first.
I don't know, a moral fuck up.
Maybe it wasn't moral. It was more of a social taboo.
I don't know, you're talking shit about one of the people checking your work, and they came up behind you and you're like, looks good.
That's a very good answer. Tyler.
Actually, you feel a hand come over your shoulder. It's cold, a very cold hand.
Death.
Yeah.
Kind of digs its nails in you a little. Just Preston, you might want to crop that a little
Yeah, I
more.
go, oh, Rick, you're here.
Yeah. I can tell by your cold, clammy hands.
By your warm presence.
The grasp of death.
The lights dim as he walks in.
Yeah. They start flickering.
Snow comes flying down outside the window.
All right, Nate.
I'm gonna guess that you. This is an educated guess, but I'm gonna guess that you clipped your toenails in the editing suite and made them into a pile.
Nate, I think I've already told that story on this podcast. So
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't know that you clipped your toenails in the editing suite.
That wasn't me.
Oh,
All right, here's the big
All right.
reveal.
Okay.
Yes, we did have someone clip their toenails in our office, and there was a big fucking email
so
sent out about
gross.
it. That was like in the first 2 weeks that I worked there. And they were like, don't clip your toenails in the editing suites. We're not your mother. We don't need to clean it up. Also, why are you hiding it in the corner? But
Like he knows it's wrong, but
Yep.
he can't help it.
But I'm pretty sure today I was picking my nose, and I'm pretty sure my boss like walked by. Didn't like I think that he was gonna stop in the office to talk to me about stop in my editing suite to talk to me about something, but instead I think he just kept going because he saw that I was 10 feet under mining for gold. Like I was full on like this, and I'm pretty sure.
Let's zoom in on that in post.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure that he walked by after I was doing that. I have two. So another fuck up that happened this week is I was going into the break room and it's National Cereal Day. Okay, I lied. It's 3 days after National Cereal Day. And so there's a bunch of cereal on the table.
It's a week-long holiday.
And I'm coming it's a Saturday, so the skyways aren't open, so I can't walk and go get food. So I just decided to have a little bit of the cereal.
Was this like in the break room?
This is in the break room. The cereal's in the break room.
It's fair game.
And I'm shaking the boxes to see which one is not as full, or I'm just trying to do as little damage as I can. Try to offend as little people as I can by picking out which cereal I want.
All right, so I think that made it worse.
and I pick out the Lucky Charms and I'm pouring them out there, and then I eat them and they're great. I'm finishing my edit. I come back and I'm rinsing out my bowl, and I walk in there and there's these 4 dudes that are sitting at the break room table. One of them's my boss, and 3 of them are dudes that work on production. There's a graphics dude. There's one of the guys with the Steadicam. And then there's the sound guy. They're all 4 pretty chummy. They're kind of the same age group, late 20s, whatever. They always just kind of hang out together, whatever. And I go, so just pretend that you guys are having a conversation. Just start having a conversation.
So, weather today.
And make it a little louder.
Yeah, so
here we go.
This new guy,
so
Preston.
This is me walking in.
Shit going on, And here's,
yeah.
Hey guys, don't eat all the cereal. And that's exactly what happened. And they said, what? They said what? and they were clearly eating Chipotle. And I was making a joke, don't eat all the cereal,
Right.
National Cereal Day, First of all, why did Bally... Dude, Bally celebrates the weirdest fucking holidays. Today,
Do you get work off for it? Or?
they had pies out for National Pie Day. What the fuck? Just what the hell?
Hey,
we
it's 'cause they
don't
want
get
you to-
Christmas off. We don't get New Year's off. Sports happen 24/7. But at least we get fucking pie on National Pie Day. God forbid. But
That's funny.
so yeah, there's cereal boxes that are at the edge of the break room table, and these guys are sitting around it. And I come in, I'm like, don't eat all the cereal. And it just kind of record scratch, and they go, what? And then I go, I'm just oh my God, this is so dumb. And I'm already turning to wash my bowl from eating the cereal or whatever the fuck, and I just turn back and I go, don't eat all the cereal.
You doubled down.
And they said, yeah, we don't want to get too low on our stock. And then they just kept eating their Chipotle.
Hey, at least they
Was it quieter when they started eating like this?
Yes, it
like
was.
no one was talking.
It was like, so did you see the game yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Best part is I was eating Cookie Crisp and the fucking chocolate little fucking flakes that are on the cookies, they were cemented to my bowl. So then I was having to like brush off the flakes, but then I was having to really get in there. You know, and I was having to pick them off with my finger. It was just taking so long. And I just knew they wanted me out of the room, and I wanted to be out of the room. And I had to dry off my bowl with paper towels, and I'm like, do I just look stupid in the first place? Am I the only guy that's using the actual, like, fucking, what do you call that, china that we have in this office? Like,
Dishes?
Yeah, dishes. Because, like, there's, like, paper plates and shit. I don't know. Whatever. I couldn't be fucked. And, so those are my kind of social taboos that happened.
I don't know if that's social taboos.
That's the biggest clue I could have given you.
Yeah. It's awkward situations.
Yeah, okay, I could have said that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler.
All right. So,
Wait. We have to guess.
well, I was going to say what I do.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a help desk technician, level 0.
Level 0. Okay, that gives me some good context.
That's when you're not hired yet. That's
Wait, you're not
somewhat
hired yet?
relevant. Well, you're hired, but you're not full time.
You're in a probation period or something?
Yeah, you're in the little probation period.
Okay.
You got your 90 days, which my 90 days have been over, and they haven't talked to me about anything. So that kind of. Anyways,
You're working for free. You haven't got a paycheck in 3 months.
Paid. I get paid tomorrow.
Oh, that's
That'll be great. A little cash infusion. Just straight to the veins. Anyways, so help desk level 0 technician, whatever. I do IT.
Yep.
I call up my clients, talk to them, help them figure out their problems. You know, sometimes people will say, hey, could you help me out with this? Like, it's saying that my emails are spam. And I was like, well, if you made your email look like it's not just fucking some suspicious link that your client's going to click and then get robbed.
Right, literally.
So yeah, so that's kind of the line of work. And today, I just got the message, Tyler, when you get into the office, let's talk.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Okay. And what? So is yours a social taboo?
No.
Okay.
Well, tiny bit, not social taboo, like nothing HR related.
Okay, I'll hold off on the
Yeah.
Okay, so not HR related. I'm going to assume you had a complaint from a customer, but I'm also going to assume, knowing you, that it wasn't your fault, and this customer doesn't know what they're talking about. Something happened where you fixed their problem, but then they either, when you left the call or you left the whatever, you left their vicinity, they were still having the same problem and or it came back, and they thought that you didn't fix anything, but really you did, and it was their fault. That's my answer. Nate?
My guess is that, because I know we've talked about, or you've told me that you have to kind of like clean up systems at work, like deleting old
Just like
software
files?
and stuff like that, and uninstalling and making sure that the computers are clean and stuff like that. So my guess is that you deleted something that you weren't supposed to delete, and it was a vital piece of software, and something got messed up.
Let's hear the big reveal.
So I'll address both those first. So Preston, for you, it was the. All right, so I already forgot.
You forgot what you
I had
did
the
wrong?
memory of a goldfish.
No, you forgot.
I forgot what you said.
Oh, I said that like it was a problem that was fixed.
The customer. So since I've been there, you know, customers can give reviews on progress or on how things went.
Yes.
I've only gotten one review that was below amazing.
Okay.
Did
So
they
that's
did
where
they
we're
elaborate?
at. So
Did they elaborate?
I don't know. They were probably just like, this took longer than I thought it would, and then it was like, well, I got this ticket like 8 days after it was made, so it's not really my fault. So
Classic.
wasn't that? I was actually told when I met with my boss. It's
Wait,
nothing
stop,
about
stop,
your
stop.
performance.
Can we role play? Can you be the boss and I'll be you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm coming in.
Wait. I'm the audience member that's watching. This is in the black box.
Okay.
What? Yeah, go in.
Hey, boss man. You know, I saw your email. I just wanted to let you know that I'm here and I'm ready to talk.
Oh yeah, you can take a seat right there. And actually, this is over Teams, so you didn't even have to knock.
Okay.
He called. He called me. So.
Right, so I entered the Teams meeting.
Go, hey, Tyler, can you hear me?
Yep, it's on. Hey, can you see me? I'm right here.
Yeah, I'm just using my laptop, so I don't know if the microphone's working. If this all works for us.
Yeah. No, don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right.
So I mean, I've been thinking about talking to you about this for a while, and here's the thing. It has nothing to do with your performance at all. You've been doing great there. It's just, and before we get there,
Yep.
So Nate, your guess was deleting vital information.
Oh my God.
Your guess of deleting vital information, that is something I actually did.
Oh, let's go.
So
you deleted
I
the
didn't
CIA's
follow the
files on
task
us.
list correctly. No, but it was a law firm's.
Tyler just deleted all of Roe v. Wade. It's all gone. Somebody's going to prison for life because
I
of you.
actually don't remember it was a law firm. We just have, for some reason, we work for a lot of law firms. I don't know. It's medical companies and law firms.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay, classic.
But anyways, so it was for some customer, and for offboarding, getting rid of users, there's a lot of steps, and I kind of went on autopilot for a couple of these, and I put them in the wrong folder, which then deleted their Microsoft accounts, which thankfully were recovered. But,
okay, let's go.
yeah, I almost absolutely railed that one. So,
Do you think you would have gotten fired if you would have fucked it majorly?
Depending upon how majorly I could really mess up.
Yeah. Dude, that is...
I mean, on my my first time actually working on a ticket, I almost clicked shut down on a company's server instead of log out.
Why is that?
I mean, and that wouldn't have been the end. Like, we would have just turned it back on. But it's just one of the first things I almost did was just shut down a company's server, so everybody there would have been forced to stop working for the next hour.
Well, and things that are getting uploaded or downloaded, that's going to get corrupted.
Yeah.
And if someone's like, "Oh yeah, I uploaded it to the server," they delete it, and it got corrupted on the transfer.
I can
and
just see
that thing
Tyler
doesn't
going,
exist anymore.
"Ooh, shiny, shut down server."
Just the server room just goes.
So actually, what happened was my boss, talked to me and he said,
"Oh wait, no, we gotta play this out."
we're gonna pick up.
Yeah, we left it on a cliffhanger.
Oh,
So actually,
I'll get back into character.
So actually, what I brought you in here to talk about today was I'm just kind of curious, what's going on? What's your situation?
Wait, look me in the eyes before you tell me something.
I am looking in the eyes. What?
Okay.
I'm just curious, what's your situation on the whole, we talked about it when you first interviewed here, that there's in-office work. And, you haven't been in the office very often.
Well, to be quite frank, Kayla, she's been coming on to me for the last 2 weeks. So I decided to not come into the office ever again.
So yeah, that's what it is I haven't been coming in the office quite as often as I'd like, which I've after, coming to a couple of medical professionals,
right?
They've kind of pointed out the fact that there's a high chance I have sleep apnea, which is just making me exhausted,
right,
and have bad sleep,
right.
So I need to sleep more,
right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it can cause trouble waking up in the morning. So I kind of talked with him, and he seemed pretty receptive to the whole thing. But yeah, he was just like, you got to come into the office. We're kind of moving in that direction, possibly, where maybe working in the office isn't going to be required. And he was talking to me. He's like, with COVID, we were all working from home the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of lost touch as a company. Like, we lost touch with each other. And I kind of wanted to respond in that moment and be like, well, here's the thing. I don't think I've really been in touch with all of you, and that's nothing against any of them. I'm just like, I think the next closest person in age to me that works there is Cole. And then besides Cole and maybe Bill, everybody else is at least 15 years older than me. So it's just...
There's no one to connect with.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel Bally.
It's like there's 10 of us, and I'm not really connected with anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And to be completely fair, or to be completely honest, I'm not trying to be. I'm here to work. I'm here to get paid, and I'm here to go home.
There you go, man.
Bro.
But and that's the thing that's like a little frustrating about it for me is like the idea that they just want this in office kind of have everybody come in, have all their. Come into the office, even if there's nothing that you have to actually be at the office for.
Right.
To just be there. And it's like, why?
It's annoying, but
sometimes I get it. Like, there are times where computers need to be set up.
Mm-hmm.
But also, all it takes is for somebody to plug in the computer, do the initial boot, and open a web browser and type in a URL, and then I can do the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like...
I don't know. I can see it, like, it is annoying. I can see why it's annoying. And especially if a company doesn't really have a sense of, like, community or, like, just, like, identity or, like, things that really, like, you want to be in the office. Like, it's a cool environment. Maybe, there's, like, special things that are planned throughout the day, whatever, to, like...
Like National Pie Day?
Like National Pie Day. But if it's just, like... You're sitting in a cubicle, and you have to listen to your fucking cubicle mate Ron eat his 5th banana of the day.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be in the office.
And it's getting real sloppy.
Right. No,
and it's getting real just munchy and like...
It's like he started the day with his first banana, like taking normal bites, and now by the 5th one, he's doing whole bananas.
No, he's just enjoying it a little too much. Yeah,
He's he's kind of like closing his eyes. Anyway.
Yeah.
But
they're half-lidded.
I can see what you mean. But I can also like think of like like if it was my company, if I was running LooneyBin Productions, if LooneyBin Productions had a office, right? And if I had a bunch of employees,
and it can with a donation from you. All right, I'm going to bed.
From viewers like
thank you.
You can help a child with dyslexia for 1 penny a day.
I have dyslexia of the mouth. I can read just fine.
Yeah, actually, Henry sped up the teleprompter a little bit too much.
True.
He messed up.
Slow that back down.
That's on Henry. But if it was me, if it was my company, I would also want my employees in there. Because that's like, I picked you for a reason. I want you part of my team. I want you to feel like you're a part of a team. But also, if that's not the case, if like the leadership in the company is not striving and doing a lot of things to make you feel like a team member and feel a part of the community, then yeah, like I wouldn't want to fucking be in there.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, I mean, I just got an email today where it's like, oh, where do we want to go for the company thing and for lunch tomorrow? Because we have our monthly meeting where it's just like, oh, who wants to, or what do you want for lunch from this place? And it's just like, okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's nothing that like I don't feel like I'm a good fit there or anything like that. It's 90% of it is the fact that if I can do it from home or I'm more comfortable and will be more productive.
Right. Oh my God, yeah.
And when I don't have things to do, I can do things like do my laundry.
Right.
Actually make lunch instead of going to buy lunch because I never meal prep, which is on me.
No, you're good.
But it's like, it's just things where it's like, all right, what's the point in me coming in?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of companies have like turned to remote jobs, because like they know the benefits that it can give an employee,
Well, and I think another part of it is another thing that I told my boss, which is like, I also have anxiety about being late. And to me, I'd rather be not there, but on time online than be late. at all.
That makes sense.
Right.
And, you know, we kind of talked about that, and he was like, you know, I do have to kind of, like, talk to the other, like, the higher up, Jordan and Joe.
And
just
Joe.
be like, hey, this is kind of going on. And they'll be like, yeah, we know. And he's like, well, Tyler wants to come in. Maybe he's just, like, late and then takes a shorter lunch, which I think that might be what happens, which I'm perfectly fine with. But it's like, I'll always wake up with enough time to be there by 9 a.m.
Dude, you were just talking about that today, about how 8 a.m. is different from 9 a.m.
Bro,
Yeah.
8 a.m. is so much worse than 9 a.m. I cannot imagine having to get to work by 8 a.m. Like,
Dude, you want to know something
that's
crazy?
insane.
My mom used to start at 7 a.m. because she wanted to get off at 4 so that she could be home when we got off the bus and stuff.
Wow.
So we would go to, like, preschool programs, wherever the fuck. We'd be, like, the first ones there when they open the doors at 6:30 because my mom needed to drop us off, go get her bus, go to downtown. It's just like,
Damn, that woman.
what are we doing here?
That woman.
Well, and then I thought about it. I was like, you know, I think I was late to Detello's like maybe 3 times. And I think I maybe skipped like 2 days. Where I was just like, you know, I'm just going to say I'm sick. I'm not really feeling it. And I worked there for 4 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think it's purely for the fact that like, that is something where I go in the afternoon.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I'm going in at a time where I have plenty of time to be awake.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
But yeah, it's just 8 a.m. is another completely different beast.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And I mean, I feel like, and this could be something we talk about later, and it's just the idea that the older you get, the sooner you go to bed, and the sooner you wake up.
Right. So you're saying that these dudes are old and they already are on that schedule?
Yeah,
and you're not on that schedule yet?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, well, because we've lived, you know, our past 4 years of our lives where nobody gets up at 8 a.m. except for your 8 a.m. class, which I also didn't get up for.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you know, you live on a schedule with people around your age, and then you can't just suddenly jump to the next schedule.
Right. It's tough.
But I don't know. We'll get there eventually. I'll get that CPAP machine. You guys will hear it across.
Get a CPAP machine?
I don't know. It depends on how the sleep study goes.
When are you doing that?
We'll do.
No idea. I had to schedule it, and then they had me on hold for about 25, 30 minutes, and I said, all right, so I'm going to hang up and try and make an appointment online, and then I tried to make an appointment online, and it didn't let me make an appointment for a sleep study.
You know why no one answered is because they were doing a sleep study.
Yeah, they were all sleeping.
Yeah. What do you think they do there?
All right. Nate, let's get into your job.
If you want a series of us documenting Tyler's sleep study, just let us know.
We'll conduct it, actually.
It'll be the most entertaining thing. Just imagine that we're just sitting there with podcasts.
It's just 6 a.m. Wake up, Tyler. Wake up.
No, it's just us whispering while Tyler's sleeping. We're just like at the end of his bed. Just,
Yeah.
all right. I think he's getting closer to REM.
And we're trying to interpret his dreams. And we're just, yeah. Oh my God. And you're running.
He just starts going.
And you're running. And you're running. And you're on a cruise ship. Oh my God. Look at everything. Free food. A pool. Casino. Look at that ballroom. Oh my God, an 18+ kids club.
I can say 18.
All right. We're gonna keep moving.
An 18-wheeler.
We're gonna keep moving from now. 18+ kids club.
They have
What
those.
does that even mean?
You ever been on the cruise? Oh no, wait, it might be the 18 under.
I think those
I
are
was
just
gonna say there's got to be
adults. What?
18 and under
Well,
kids.
no, well, I think
under 18 kids club.
Something that
I'm gonna
says,
fight.
that's
I think I'm
labeled
right. I think I'm right.
18 plus kids club.
Okay. First of all, I think I'm right. There's a kids club. There's an 18+ and there's a 21+. I think I just said 18+ kids, but I think there is an 18+ shit on cruises. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, there's probably I would believe that there's a kids, an 18+ and a 21+.
What about an 18+ plus the kids?
I don't know.
That's too far.
All right.
Once you start getting 20-year-olds and 14-year-olds mixing a club, I don't think.
Hey, it was 21 and 17.
I think that's a lawsuit.
What are you gonna find the common? Anyway, we're not talking about this. We're not talking about this. I wanted to bridge the gap here. I want one of the weirdest things. So I was just in Vegas a few weeks ago, and one of it was so weird. For the main reason that for a week, I was not only the youngest person that I interact, like there was no one else that was like my age.
Right.
I was the youngest person at this conference thing that we were shooting. It was like a conference.
Like you were in the room.
Company.
Okay.
Like the entire conference.
Like you're in the conference showroom.
400 people.
And you're looking around and you're like,
I'm the youngest person here.
I am definitely the youngest person here. Whoa.
Not only that.
That is wild.
But there might have been maximum 3 people that were also Gen Z.
Dude, what conference were you at? Fucking Countertop Con or?
Bro, basically, it's a fucking
home renovation remodeling.
It is Consumer Marketing Association or something like that.
Oh my
God!
God!
It's Shopper Insights. So this conference is entirely people in like the shopping, like retail industry.
Yep.
Who have to design like marketing products and also how these products are displayed to consumers.
So it's like Kohl's Con.
Yes, but also like psychological, like,
oh right, like
this is where this goes. This is like we're getting all of this data and
they're gonna look right here.
It's like it was 4 days of people saying absolutely everything and nothing at the same time.
Yep.
It just like the insights of the shopper of the shopper's environment and the way that they inhabit the space.
You think there was like a fish tank in that conference room?
Buzzword.
I think there was a fish tank in that conference room.
A fish tank?
Like literally like a fish tank with watered and pet fish.
You think there was a fish tank? You think they were just watching this and they were like, man, I'm sure glad I'm a fish. You know? Like you think
that was me. I was the fish.
You think they're just like, man, I'm sure glad I haven't evolved yet to fucking read into the shopper's mind and play with the psyche.
No,
I mean, I feel like it makes sense though, because it's people that are that age looking to get people their age or older to buy things from.
No. These are not. There were no consumers at this conference.
Well, no, exactly. But they're trying to get the consumers.
Okay.
Like they know what their audience wants.
The audience is completely different for like I learned a lot. So the like it's just like
so he learned a lot,
so
but nothing at the same time.
He's had a marketing on LooneyBin?
It's just like content, like video content.
Right.
Like just because like an older person makes video content doesn't mean that they're going to market it to older people.
That is very true.
It's like your market, like if you're selling
my theory's out the window.
If you're selling like Scooby-Doo fruit snacks,
right,
it's probably going to be a 65-year-old who's doing the marketing campaign. But they're also like figuring this out.
And that's why I don't buy
Scooby-Doo
data.
They should bring in a kid. Stuff. They should bring in a kid to do that marketing campaign.
You would think.
I bet it'd be done way better.
Anyway, this conference, I was the youngest one there. I was like, it was so AIDS. Like any sort of like comedy or reference that I made, like trying to be funny or like reference a TikTok audio or some shit like that.
Yeah,
like
not the TikTok audios.
No, thing is like I've realized that has just become part of our vernacular. Like just like 21. Like when someone says 21, you say like 21. And like that's just
can you do
yeah,
something
exactly.
for me?
Like that's just like what your immediate reaction is to just say those things.
Right.
And
just like in their generation, when someone goes "Sweet Caroline," you know, everyone goes
bop bop. Uh-oh. Yeah, exactly.
You know, when somebody says
you wish.
when someone says bomb,
they don't actually freak out about it. You know, like when a 6-year-old gets on a plane and somebody says,
"Don't touch me, I'm scared."
Yeah,
then they don't freak out, you know?
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm just going to say I was very, it was just a very strange experience.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. Just being the youngest person there, the only person a part of Gen Z, and just hanging out with a bunch of fucking, like, millennials and Gen X.
Now, is this part of the reason why you feel like you might have a little altercation at work, a little tense?
Nope. My thing was completely technical.
Oh.
My fuck up was completely technical.
Okay.
My guess is that you're the one that corrupted a file. I don't think that you deleted it, but you tried to do something, like you converted a file into another format or something, and it just fucked the whole thing. It was irreversible. Like, the entire file was just shot, and you gave somebody another, 5 hours of work.
I'm gonna refute that. I'm gonna use my context clues. If you guys remember, before the podcast started, Nate was talking about how he disagreed with Sam on this. So this was this was a reversible thing that could be changed. So I don't think it was a file thing. I think it was the way you edited something. And I'm going to say either pacing or color grade. Those are the things that messed up.
Interesting.
You have the floor.
Thanks. It was closer to that. You had it right. Or you had it it's of the same essence where it's not really. All
right, just say what it is.
Anyway, so
do you want to reenact it?
This was all over text message.
Oh, gross.
Wait.
What a fucking dumb boss.
I'm just gonna start from the beginning.
Okay.
So this is when both Sam and I
Yep. All right. So Sam and I. You narrate. What's kind of like it's a talkie.
This is when both Sam and I are working from home, and we both have COVID. Right. That's why we're working from home. Oh my god.
God, I always end up sucking a dick in these podcasts.
I hate when COVID gets way so deep in my throat like that.
Okay. Yep. So we have COVID.
So.
Oh yeah, my belly.
I wake up on Tuesday morning to a message that says, "Did you get any other wide angle shots of the expo floor?" So the expo floor is where all of the other companies had their booths that are selling like shopper insight software, like gathering data, like virtual fucking store layouts, whatever. All these like products that like Amazon, Cub are going to buy to try and design their stores or help their marketing, whatever. So this expo floor, I was supposed to get wide shots just to, it's a establishing shot, right? It's just part of, you always want to get, when you don't know exactly what you need in the edit, it's safe to just go wide, medium, and tight for every single location, for every single subject, right? So on the first day, I go and I get some wide shots. And I remember feeling, because I haven't shot B-roll in probably 3 months. I haven't really done any like sort of handheld work for like with a camera for like 3 months. And it takes a little bit of time to like get back into the groove where you're like, okay, now, my composition is kind of like, I'm back in the groove. I can just like tell, like I can see it. I can start to see it, and it just like, it like clicks and it starts to, I can just like, it feels good. It looks good. I know instantly when I have like a good shot that can be used. And that first like 2 hours, no, it was like an hour where I was like going to get footage of this expo hall. I was just like I wasn't really happy with it. But then,
well, it was all shaky because you didn't have your wrist guards on.
That too.
True.
You need those on.
Yeah.
You need me there to tape you up.
Yeah. But I was just not feeling great about it. But then obviously more stuff is happening. I have to go to another location. I have to get B-roll there, and then I have to jump to this location. And so I didn't really end up, like, there's always something new that I had to capture. And so I didn't have time to really go back and get another set of wide shots for this expo hall. And I just didn't really think of, I was just like, yep, got the wide shots. And I didn't think about it until Tuesday when Sam was like, hey, did you get any more wide shots of the expo hall? And I was like, I got them all on the first day. They'll all be in a bunch, Like, all those wide shots are just going to be in a chunk. And he sends me a screenshot of the like shot.
Right.
And he says, I'm literally gonna pull.
Oh God, we're literally getting
God.
we're getting receipts right now.
Yeah.
That can only mean one thing.
Scary.
Sorry.
This looks like shit. Jesus, Grandpa, can you make your text size any bigger? Holy shit.
So he said, did you get any wide shots at the busy expo hall? I only see one. I said, I really only got wide shots on the first day, so they would all be in a group if there are more.
Mm-hmm.
He said, it's not good at all. Or it's not a good shot at all. And then he sent me a screenshot of it.
Okay.
And he explains, he's like, there's way too much room on the ceiling, stuff like that, like that, whatever. Basically saying like it's unusable. I got 4 terabytes worth of B-roll that week.
Right.
4 terabytes of B-roll.
Oh my God. How many hours is that?
Bro, it's a long time. That is a long time. Like, my camera was on a good port, probably like a fourth of the day. My camera was recording.
Oh my God.
This is 4 terabytes of footage that our editor has to work with.
Okay.
And I just could not get over the fact that he's like so here's the other thing. He sent me the shot. He's like, it's not good at all. Whatever. I was like, okay, sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you're right. Like, I agree. Like, that's not a good shot. And I was like, is any of the other footage good? Like, is anything else like messed up? And he goes, oh, I haven't looked at anything else yet. So he looked at the first shot, and the first shot he looks at is not to his liking. And he texts me and says, this is not good at all. Do you have anything else? And he hasn't looked at any of the other 4 terabytes worth of footage.
This guy sounds stupid.
And I'm like, what is going on? Because this is the weirdest interaction I've ever had with Sam. I've known Sam for like a year and a half.
Right.
And he's like, I think of him as like my mentor.
Right.
Like, he has trusted me with so many things that I didn't even think like I should be trusted with.
Yeah. I
was like, why are you telling, like, why are you trusting me to do these jobs, whatever. And then he just like out of the blue just like comes out with this stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And so basically like he sent another thing. Then like it was like a few hours later, he sent another screenshot, and it was of the stage, of like the main stage, whatever. And I had gotten there were 2 seats on the main stage, one person here. They were like facing each other, whatever. I got on one side of the stage, and I got a close-up of this person's face, and I got to the other side of the stage, and I got a close-up of this person's face. Mm-hmm. And Sam goes, next time, you need to be more bold and get a 2-shot. Get close up on the stage and get a 2-shot where they're both in the same shot. And I was like, yes, you're right. That's going to be way more effective in post because you don't have to use 2 shots. You only need to use 1.
Right.
You're right. But also, like, you still have both of the people's faces. This is one instance. Like,
and also,
it's just like little.
How about you do it, buddy?
It's just,
how about you get up on the stage and you
I was holding this camera.
You be in front of everybody, and everyone's like, "Who's this jack? I'm watching sell myself cushions."
The thing was,
I'm trying to figure out how I sell my Cub foods to the common consumer.
The thing was, there was a like live set of camera, like a live like producer, like production team that had cameras that were pointing at the stage, and I know they were like shooting right down the middle, and so I know every time I walked down the middle aisle, because I did get that 2-shot earlier in the day. And I know for a fact that my back was blocking those cameras because I saw it in the projector screens where they were displaying the footage. And then the next day, I went to those the front table where I was sitting to get the shots, and there was tape, and written out on the tape was reserved for camera. And so I know that they didn't want me in this center aisle because they're
just basically, don't block our shot,
exactly. Fucker. And so then I was like, okay, I'll just avoid it. I can just get the shot from somewhere else. And I didn't get the shot. So it was just like weird nitpicky stuff, like 2 specific shots that he didn't get, and it was so much of a big deal that he was like,
"This sucks.
You didn't get these shots."
Right.
Like, and I had so much other stuff, so it's just like weird, and I still don't know what the reason was. He had to leave for like a family vacation like 2 days after that.
Maybe he was stressed.
And so I'm assuming that he was stressed about the family vacation, and he had COVID, and like he's got to get the kids packed up, and so that's what I'm assuming it is, because I've never had a bad interaction with Sam before in my life, and this was just like very out of the blue. But it pissed me off. Well, first right away I was like, oh my God, I fucked up so bad. They're gonna fire me. I literally thought that. I was like, they are going to fire me for this, because Sam was so like, I've never experienced Sam getting this pissed about something before. And I was like, they're going to fire me. And then later in the day, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like,
you know what? I'm going to fire myself.
I'm going to fire you.
Yeah.
But I was so mad.
How do you know he was that angry over text?
Well,
he's an emotive texter.
Like, I was going to say, does he...
A lot of angry faces.
No,
yeah.
It was just
he
like...
actually sent the middle finger emoji like 15 times.
Yeah. And the dog farting emoji.
He sent the rope. I don't know what that meant.
Something about a bomb and a water gun.
It was just a weird... It was a weird, like, very pointed sort of stance on a very, like, specific things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, I have something similar like that happen to me today. Guys, this is just the work podcast. Welcome to Work Buddies Work Hour.
Welcome to our
This is 9 to 5.
I'll try to explain this
10
quick
to 5.
because it's not really funny until the punchline.
Okay.
Basically, we have an editing suite, whatever, and there were a lot of edits happening today because there was a lot of shows happening. Brewers preview show, Bucks, Wolves were happening, whatever the fuck. And so basically all the editing suites were taken besides this one editing suite, which we've been trying to avoid. And I know people don't edit in there is because the fucking every time you turn on the computer, the mouse doesn't show up. So you're like, okay, there's no mouse.
So it is
whatever
haunted.
Fuck. It could be haunted, but it's my favorite editing suite. So I was kind of sad when the first day I came in that it wasn't working. This was about a week ago, so it's been not working for about a week. It's been fine. You know, there hasn't been that many editors around, so it's been like, okay, I'll just use the other one. I'll use another one, and it'll be fine. Today though, I had to use that one because all the other ones were taken. And then of course I walk into the room and I'm talking to this dude named Alex. I'm like, Alex, what should I do here? He's like, I would just talk to an engineer. And I was not thrilled by that answer because the engineers are basically IT people times 10. Right?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I'm setting the stage. I'm setting the stage. As in like they have better things to do. They're not IT people. They are in charge of running the servers, our share folders, and so everything can get to where it needs to go.
Oh, so I'm actually lower.
So they actually
you are lower, but that's because you're level 0. You could be level 1.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're getting there.
I uninstalled the company servers the first week.
I also have another story we want to talk about uninstalling servers, but whatever. I've done a lot of fuck up things at Valley Sports North, which is why it's the worst broadcast company in sports history. But basically, I've already talked to this guy named Ken, right? There's 2 main engineers, Ken and Al. Love Al. Al's a great dude. Every time I'm on a shift by myself and I need to route something to a monitor or whatever the fuck, I don't know which XCon to go through. This is all jargon and lingo you don't need to know. Basically, I call Al and I was like, hey, man. And he's always up. I've called him at 1 a.m. I've called him at 6 p.m. I've called him at 6 a.m. This dude is always up. I don't know how. He says, my phone turns off at 1. Don't call me. I've tried to text him before. My texts don't go through. So I think it's a mobile. I think it's like a landline that he answers from. Like, this dude is like old as shit
to the phone,
and like all these engineers are just old as fuck, and they have blankets on their fucking like rolly chairs in their offices. Okay, that's who they are.
It's just an old folks home.
So basically, I've already bothered Ken right this week about my share drive wasn't working, and so Ken had to come in and like route my share drive and blah blah blah, and he was getting really frustrated with himself, and he was kind of just like, oh, what the? And his like other coworker was standing behind him, and he's working like this, and he's like, oh, what the? And the other coworker's kind of younger, and he's like, you know, why don't you just like, let me go check the other suites if the share drive's broken in the other suites. And so this guy goes, I've never seen this guy before either, and then he comes back and yep, they're not working. All right, well, maybe we do this, and And then this dude named Ken, he's just is like, and so I've already had that interaction earlier this week. So I'm kind of scared to talk to Ken. Because I don't want to be the fucker I have fucking problems again. Sorry about it, Ken.
Right.
And another thing about the engineers is that their offices are in the deep, dark corners of Bali. They're back in the fucking, like, residual caves, right? You have to kind of trek back, and there's a couple rooms you have to go through.
You hear dripping noises, like...
Yes. Yeah. And there's, like, ravens, and you're like...
right across the ground.
Yeah. Just kind of you're like, oh, is there a draft? And so basically, you get back there, and I knock on his door. And I go, hey, Ken, do you think you can help me? My mouse isn't working. This is the only editing suite left. I don't know what's going on. And Ken is kind of just like, yeah. I'll be there in a second. So then I go back to my editing suite. He walks past my editing suite, and I just kind of stand there. And then he goes and like kind of thinks I'm somewhere else. And so I'm just standing there, kind of just waiting like at my editing suite. And then I have to come out and go, Ken, I'm in this one. Oh, okay. And so he comes back around and he sits down at the desk and he's like, what? And he's like doing like, I don't know, he's clicking buttons. He's like clipping, I don't know, he's like hitting caps lock a lot. I don't know what the fuck's that's doing. We had to unplug the keyboard. He's like, maybe it's a keyboard issue. We unplugged the keyboard. Mind you, it's like a dad and son thing. I'm down on the ground with the flashlight because all the things are routed underneath the desk, and he's old as shit. You know, he has a blanket on his fucking wheelie chair. We already established that. Yeah. So he's not.
Did he come to your office on the wheelie chair?
No, he shouldn't.
I just imagine him like rolling down the hall.
Basically, I'm kind of like underneath a car, and I'm like unplugging USBs and plugging it back in, and
you're holding the flashlight.
I am. I was holding my phone flashlight,
and Dad's yelling at you that you're doing it wrong.
And he was kind of like, "Oh no, don't unplug. We're gonna let it restart." I'm like, "Okay." And so it was kind of just a bunch of that, you know. And then he's walking back and forth from his desk, and he's asking people, you know, hey, Wisconsin online? Do we know if Wisconsin's online? I'm like, what does Wisconsin do this? But okay, he basically, the last thing we do.
It's his gambling addiction. It has nothing related to work.
Yeah, that's all code.
He's like, is Potawatomi Hotels, is that online right now? I got a huge bet that's about to hit. And, but basically, like, it's getting to the end of it. He gave me a new mouse because we determined that the mouse was kind of the problem, but it still wasn't really working. And he comes back in, and I'm standing behind him at this point. We're done unplugging shit, and I'm standing behind him, and I just hear underneath his breath, he goes, "What'd you fucking do?" He goes, "Oh, what'd you fucking do?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, I'm just standing there, like,
stone.
I am so sorry. Like, he's like, "What'd you fucking do?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, I couldn't tell if he was talking to himself, if he was talking to the computer, if he was talking to me.
Bro, it could have been any one of those
I don't
things.
get it, what it is about IT people, but they're actually like the angriest motherfuckers at themselves and at people that are rude to them.
Dude, and I was like, I was
just at the literal computer. I am so pissed at the fucking computer every goddamn day, and not my computer. Actually, no, I was pissed at my computer on Friday because I was like, all right, I'm trying to get this done. I got to go to my doctor's appointment. Let's fucking finish this shit up. And I'm just sitting there, and the internet's cutting out every fucking 10 seconds. Don't know why. Still don't know why. I just replugged it in, and it was working fine. Because that's why it's so frustrating, is because half the time, here's the secret about IT, is it just starts working, and you don't know why.
Yep. The computer can fix itself for no reason. And that's basically what the problem was, too. We unplugged it one more time, and we plugged it back in. He hit caps lock a couple times. I don't know why. And then it was working. And then I said...
He has a sage brush. He's like throwing holy water at it.
I don't know what he was doing, but he was just like, "Oh, what the fuck did you do?"
It does sound
and like I've never seen this. I've never heard this dude swear. I've never not really interact. Maybe he swears a lot. I don't know. It was just very like out of left field. You know, I was just like, "Whoa, funny. What the fuck did I do?" I was like, "Jesus Christ, oh my god!" And so I tucked him back in his fucking wheelie chair, and I said goodbye.
It sounds like Bally needs new IT.
It sounds like Bally needs a lot of new things, but we're getting a new studio.
Top Dog PC Services. We're dropping a client. Maybe we could pick them up.
True.
Depends on how much money they pay.
they'd probably pay a lot.
I thought Bally was going bankrupt.
Yeah, something about that.
Doesn't mean they can't spend a lot of money.
My mom says that bankruptcy is a way for companies to not pay their taxes.
Yep.
And not pay that money that they owe already to people that they owe it to. Because they're bankrupt.
That's cool.
But then it lowers your credit, so people don't want to loan you loans anymore, basically.
So then you just get bought out by a bigger company.
Yep, something like that. That's going to happen probably, sure. I keep hearing Brian, a.k.a. the dude that saw me picking my nose. He keeps talking about it to people, and I keep kind of overhearing it, and I'm like, every time I hear something, I'm like, what? We're like losing profits? And, I'm the youngest person there, so I'm like kind of skittish at my job. And, these past week has made me realize that none of it fucking matters, and I'm still going to have a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's refreshing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Henry, how much time we got left?
This feels like a King of the Hill bit.
We got 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left.
Fuck it. Let's end it there. That was good. Yep. We're going to end it. That was a work job. Work job pod.
This is our hands. These are our hands closing
I feel
over
like
the
I got my
neck.
rant out.
Yeah.
That was very cathartic for me.
It was very therapeutic, very cathartic. I feel like the viewers got to know more about us, and we got to know a little bit more about each other today.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Power of friendship.
Yep.
And if you want more work time
Catharticism?
Catharsis.
I think it's Catholicism.
Yeah, Catholicism.
Work time Catholicism. Subscribe to our Twitch and watch it live, or you can subscribe to our YouTube and watch it on Friday morning when it comes out. Also, we have a
shout out Mikey for the soundboard.
We got a big Super Smash Bros. Tournament that we're going to be filming on Saturday. Will not be streamed, but that video will be coming soon. So stay tuned. I think we're streaming on Sunday.
The revolution will not be televised.
No stream on Thursday. We're planning out this Super Smash Bros. Tournament because it's gonna be
big,
fairly big production. So
it's gonna be huge.
Stay tuned. Lots of good content coming.
And
give me the gun. Give me the gun.
Where's the gun?
It's bang.
Oh.